Hello guys, good morning. Today the topic we are going to see is about object-oriented programming. Under the concept of WP, we have to mainly discuss about the four subtopics. They are encapsulation, inheritance, abstraction, and polymorphism. You must need about these four topics in order to properly study the WP concepts. In the case of encapsulation, it is like, under the class, you will have some methods and variables. So, binding of the method and variables under the one unit is called as the encapsulation. So, bundling of variables and methods inside a class is the encapsulation. So by bundling this, you can able to achieve the data hiding. That means you will not expose it to the external parties because you can put private. I mean accessor. In the case of accessors, there are three accessors. That means private, public, and protected. Private in the sense you other than that class, any other class cannot access the private variables or methods. In the case of protected, that class and the subclass, that means children class, can access the protected variables and methods. And in the case of public, anyone can access it. So, if you have some sensitive data, like for example, account number, you need to put that as the private. Thereafter, in order to access this, you need to make the getters and setters function. So in getters and setters function, you can make the constraints in order to protect them. So you will not expose these sensitive data to the public. Okay. So here is the example. Here bank balance is the private variable. So in order to access this, you are putting get account balance and set account balance, and here you will put some constraints. What are the constraints you need? That means your account numbers should match, or some any other conditions that you what you need to make the project, that will put and make the restriction so it will not access by the public. And the second topic is inheritance. In the case of inheritance, what you see is there will be some parent class and there will be some child class. Parent class is called as the super class on top of all the other. And in the case of child class is called as the subclass. Okay. So what you will see is common categories of the subclass, that means child class, will be categorized for the parent class. That means if you see dog, cat, horse, then for all three, it will be come under the animal. So animal is the parent class and dog, cat, horse are the child class. So what you are common on the dog, cat, horse can come under the animal. For example, all three can eat, all three can run, and for all three, black color is red. So what will you see common for all the child class can be grouped under the parent class. Okay. So, superclass is the parent class, subclass is the child class or derived class or extended class. Subclasses are derived from the superclass. That means you are getting subclasses from the superclass. Here, there is a is-a relationship is maintained. That means dog is the animal, cat is the animal. The subclass automatically inherit properties and functionalities from a superclass. That means child class can inherit all the properties and all the variables from your parent class. All the variables and functions will be automatically inherited to the child class. That's why it make it easy, because you don't need to define in each and every child class the common properties. So in Java, in order to use the inheritance properties, you will use the word extends. Okay. Here, hat is the subclass and animal is the superclass. Here you will say hat extends animal, dog extends animal. Here, these properties, weight and eat functionalities, will be common for both cat and dog. Here you will see that example here. Here in the animal class here weight and dog, and here you will defining the common thing here. Here only dog barking property is defined, not eating property. Eating property is the hum under the animal, but here for the dog you are calling both heat and barking. Here barking function is inherit from the parent class. Okay. And the main thing you need to understand is the relationship and has a relationship. Is the relationship is the inheritance. That means cat is a dog. So, sorry, a cat is an animal. So, here is the relationship is maintained. Child class is a subcategory of the superclass. Cat is the animal. Dog is the animal. Its category is the inheritance. But for here you will see triangle is the shape. So that means here inheritance relationship. In Java, that is called extend. That means triangle extend shape. Extend relationship is maintained. But some of them are not a is a relationship. That means you cannot inherit these properties. But there will be some kind of relationship. That relationship is called as the has a relationship. If you see engine and vehicle are related, but you cannot say engine is a vehicle. So here there is not is a property is maintained. So here has a means part of relationship that both are associated. Both are related. Here in has a relationship, there are that means if anything two are related, that means those two are called as the association. There will be some association between two things. There will be association between engine and the vehicle. But but in some cases, rather than association, there are some special categories called as the composition and aggregation. The difference between the composition and aggregation is composition defines the stronger thing than the aggregation. That means what you will see, for example, if you take human and the heart. Heart is a part of human. That means your heart is one of the major part in human. But if you simply take the heart out and put it outside, and the heart alive? No, right? If it only present inside the human also, it has the value. It has some sense. That part cannot exist without the whole object, like human heart. So this kind of relationship is called as the composition. That means the part object cannot live alone without the whole object. That means books and the pages. Pages cannot live without the book. Only all together present it gives the value for the pages. So if the part object cannot live without the existence of the whole object, then that will be called as the composition relationship. Composition relationship denoted by the diamond shape, but it have to be filled. That means it have to be painted inside the diamond shape. Okay, like this. Here you will need paint inside there. And that second thing is aggregation. In the case of aggregation, part object can live without the whole object also. For example, if you take department and the professors. Professors can exist if the department closed also. That means professors have life without the existence of the department. If the part object can alive and exist without the whole object, then that is called as the aggregation. So aggregation is the weak relationship of the composition. Aggregation is denoted by the empty diamond. Okay. So here this is the Hasse relationship. Hasse is the association, that means part of relationship. Rather than the association, there are some special two cases, that is the aggregation and composition. We have seen like this. Okay. And the second thing is advantage of inheritance. If you see the advantage here, in the case of cat, dog, and horse, you group as the animal. So here you will group all the common elements under the animal class. So you will no need to define each and every element in every subclasses. So here duplication of code will reduce. And if you need to change any code, modification in one place is enough. For example, if you write the functionality of eat, if you eat the functionality eat, if you write the functionality eat in every subclass, then if you need to change anything, you will have to change it each and every places. For example, if you need to change simply a word also, that means for example, the method name have to change from eat to eating. For example, I'm saying if you change also, you need to change in every subclasses. But if you define in one place, your work will be very easy. That means changing in one place will reflect in all the instances which are come via the inheritance. And if you see the types of inheritance, yeah, there will be single inheritance. That means one class extends another class. That's the normal case. And multi-levels mean there will be multi-levels. This is called the single inheritance. That means single parent and single child. And multi-level means here there are more levels. And hierarchical means sorry. This is hierarchical. That means come like that, and uh, this is multi-level. And multiple inheritance means that is not supported by Java because of the diamond problem. That means if you this is the example for the multiple inheritance, but it's not supported in Java because yeah, but normally what you are seeing, one child class is inheritance from the one parent class, but one parent can have many child. But one child is inherited from just only one parent. But here, one child is inherited from two different parents. So that's not supported in the Java. The next topic you need to see is polymorphism. Polymorphism is mainly come with two topics, that is overloading and overriding. Okay, overloading is the compile time polymorphism, and overriding is the runtime polymorphism. Okay, if you see what is overloading and what is overriding. Overloading in the case different method signature but same name of method. For example, if you write the function of add, if you are writing function for the add, then the method name will be same in the class. Okay, but you will define different parameters. That means in one case you will define index and invite. In second case, you will put float x and float y. And in third case, you will put index in y z. Index int y in z. So here, these are overloading. That means method name is same, but you are passing different parameters. So if you are passing different parameter list, then the method signature is different. Method signature is the method name and the parameter. If the both are same, method name and the parameter list are same, then the method signature is same. So in overloading, method signature is different. That means only the method name is same. Okay. So when you are calling, according to what the parameters you have passed, these functions will be called accordingly. Okay. So this is the overloading. And if you see, Rules of overloading means return type. Return type means public int add. So that return type can be different. Public index, public float. So that method return type which comes under before the function name will can change. But you cannot only change the return type. That means parameter list should be different. Only the return type can't be different. Okay. Can change the access level. That means access level means public int at that public is the access level. So here there are three access level: public, private, protected. So you can change any access level, and a method can be overloaded in the same class or subclass. That means you are calling animal and your subclass is dog. Then in the same name but with a different parameter list can be used in any cases. In any cases, and constructors can be overloaded. Here the constructors also can able to overload it. So here this is the example what we have seen. Here there are add with index and invite. Here add with double x and invite. Then we have to see about the overriding. Overriding means signature is totally same. That means same name, same parameter list, but you will override in the your subclass. Okay, that means a superclass is redefined in subclass. That is the overriding. For example, if you have some define some function for the eat function in the animal class, then thereafter for the you have three subclasses like dog, horse, and cat. But for the dog only, you need to slightly modify the each function for the dog. Then what you can what you can do is you can able to redefine the each function in the dog class again. Then when you are calling dog function only, what you have defined for the dog class will be called. So if you are calling with cat, then what you have defined in the superclass will be called. Here, same name and the same parameter list. That means totally method signature is same. Here method cannot be less accessible. That means if you are redefining in the subclass, then your access in level cannot be more restrictive. That means if you are defining each function with the public access level in your parent class, then you cannot define each function with the private restriction in the cat. That means in your subclass. Okay. Then I cannot override static methods and final methods because static methods is common for the whole class and final methods also fixed. That means you cannot change it. So if you are defining any function with the key of final or static, then you cannot override them. Otherwise, you can able to override in the subclasses. Then the final concept you need to see is abstraction. So in the case of abstraction, what you will do is you will not instantiate them. Instantiate them means, for example, if you are creating the animal class with the abstract keyword, then you cannot create object. Creating object is the instantiation. So you cannot create objects for the animal class. But you can able to create objects for their subclasses like mean, cat, dog. So you can able to create objects for the subclass, but you cannot create objects for the abstract class itself. So that's the abstract and concrete classes. Concrete class means normal classes. What you are normally create is concrete class. You will not put any keyword like concrete. But that is opposite for the abstract class. For the abstract class, you will use the keyword abstract before the class name. So in the abstract class, you will have some abstract methods. Non-abstract class cannot have the abstract method, but uh, non-abstract class, that means normal concrete class cannot have the abstract method. But abstract class can have the abstract methods as well as non-abstract, that means normal methods. Abstract methods in the sense it is marked with the keyword abstract. Before, like class, before the method also, you will put the keyword abstract. And you will not define the function, that there will be no body. Function will be defined in your child class. Here, due to defining like this, there will be one consistency will be maintained. That way, you will know. Here there will be one each function for each and every class. So there will be one consistency will be maintained, and with that, you will be hiding what you are really implementing from the outside class. So you are just showing for example, if you take car and the driver only knows how to use the brake. That means driver only knows if you are pressing the brake pedal, then car will be stopped. That's what only the driver knows. Driver does not know how the when he press the pedal, how it makes the car to stop. Driver doesn't know that. Here also same. Here also purpose same. That means you are hiding what you are really implementing from the outside of the world. Outside of the world only know, these are such functions. We have to call them for this purpose. That's only they will know. They will don't get to know about what you are really implemented under these functions. And if you see abstract class should have some subclasses. That means it should be extended, because you will not instantiate the abstract class itself. That means if you are putting animal as the abstract class, you will not make the object for the animal. Then you have to extend animal for the cat, dog. Then you have to create the objects for the dog, like that. Abstract methods should be overridden. That means in the abstract class, you can have the abstract methods. If you are putting abstract keyword, there will be abstract methods, and these abstract methods should not have the body. That means you are just calling the method. That means you are just defining. That means these kinds of methods will be there in the subclasses. So you are just defining the methods. You will not implementing the method. That there will be no body. There will be just define the name itself. So these methods should be overridden in the subclasses. Non-abstract classes cannot have abstract methods. But abstract classes may contain non-abstract methods. It's no issues. Abstract class can contain abstract and non-abstract methods. Non-abstract methods means body will be there. That means implementation also there. But in the case of abstract methods, no implementation. You have to order in the subclasses. The programmers should implement all abstract methods. Abstract methods do not have body, so the first concrete class in the inheritance tree must implement all the abstract methods. So here there is an abstract example. Here you are defining abstract keyword, and so here now animal class is the abstract class because of this keyword. And here you are defining each function. Here in each function also you have put abstract keyword. So here this each function is the abstract method. So you will not have any body because abstract method does not have the body. So what you have need is you need to implement, you need to define them in the cat class. You have to create the cat class and extend the animal class and need to override the eat class. Okay, eat method. And if you have see about one other thing, that is interfaces. Interfaces means in Java you will use the keyword implements. For example, here you have used for the here you have used inheritance. That means cat is the animal. So here you have used the extend properties. But that instead of the extend properties, you will use implement for the interfaces. But in the case of inheritance, one subclass cannot inherit more than one superclass. If you take cat, cat can only inherit animal. But that's not a case for the interface. You can implement any interfaces you want. For example, if you take bat, then you can implement animal as well as bird interfaces. You can implement both interfaces for the bat property. So interfaces in the sense, interface is also similar to the abstract. But the difference is that's the interface. One thing that means that's not a class. So you can use that proper. That means one class can implement any number of interfaces. And the second thing is all the methods come under the interfaces defaultly public and abstract. That means you cannot make other restrictions level like private, protected, no other restriction level for the methods. All the methods are public and also all the methods are abstract. That means you need to redefine them. Okay, and now in under the WOP concept, we have seen these four properties like encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, and abstraction. I hope this video will help you. By the way, I'm Deepana Govindaraja. If you have any doubts, you can contact me over the LinkedIn, and this is my LinkedIn profile, Deepana Govindaraja. So if you want, you can contact me. Thank you. Bye bye. I will meet you in my next video.